Peaceful greetings, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come on here because I've seen a lot of videos going around about a particular topic, and I mean, there's quite a few about a lot of different topics that I would like to cover, but this one in specific happened sometime back when excuse me, when I actually uh, dated a Venezuelan or an alleged Venezuelan. Okay. And so, anyways, I dated this guy who stated that he was a Venezuelan and he was about 4 times my size. And it seemed like after, we got busy, the dude went plumb crazy. Okay. And so I literally broke it off with this guy and he began to stalk me, right? But at the time that I broke it off with him, he didn't have a car. So he actually, and I actually did. So he actually got with another misnomered African American woman, which we know is indigenous, okay? And he convinced this woman to actually join in on the stalking with him and told her that anytime he saw my car to pull over, okay, and somehow flipped the script and made her think that I was stalking him, although he said quite the opposite in his directions of what she should do whenever she seen my car. Okay, so one of the days that he seen me, I was in the park and I was actually going to paint or whatever. And so he seen my car. He had pulled all the way, not even in the parking lot where my car was at. He literally had pulled through the grass, okay, almost hitting a tree in the park. So he's driving the car in the park and gets out and demonically wants to fight me. Now, this dude is 4 times my size. So this is before I was in a wheelchair. I had a dislocated pelvis from, having my first son. And I had in visual a pocket knife that I had like strapped to my tank top I think I was wearing at the time. Anyways, I always kept it visible. So I took it off my shirt and put both of my hands behind my back like this, behind my head. And I had the knife in my hand, open. And we went like we were doing a boxing match, okay? Well, this dude ends up, because we're doing like Muhammad Ali, kind of like with the footwork or whatever. And there's hella people in the park, hella people in the park. And this dude literally tries to grab my neck. But as soon as he touched my neck, he removed it like he had touched hot fire, okay? He like went, touched, and he like immediately pulled that shit back. Now, there's some other incidents and situations that happened because of this dude. Like they had rolled up on my car another day and she got out and he was attempting to have us fight because of him, okay? And I knew what his ply employ was. And so I eventually got out of my car because I was parked in the parking lot of the same park. And I ended up putting her in a hold position where I was holding her head down so that she couldn't fight or move or do anything to me. And then I started to speak to her, right? Now, he didn't want me to speak to her because he knew as soon as I told her what was going on and everything, she was going to come to the realization that this was, him stalking me and all this other good jazz, right? And so she wasn't going to want to fight me. Okay. So at this point, he pulled out a knife and he went to go like literally stab, but I have her down by her hair and the shit almost like hit her in the face. Now, that was not my intention, but neither one of us got hit with it. So then I look him straight in his eyeballs like, Nick, you fucking up. And he ends up turning the knife on my tire and he popped my tire. Okay. So anyways, this is to say if a woman by herself can go up against one of these Venezuelans that's 4 times bigger than her and put this nigga. I don't want to hear shit else about this and from anybody else because nah. Shut it. I shut it all the way down. Okay. And I ended up having her come back and she came to speak with me. And once she actually sat down and spoke with me, she realized and she got out of that relationship with him because she was being used. Okay. She was being used and she figured it out and she realized that he was putting her in danger as well. Okay. And it was just a whole bunch of BS and he was attempting to turn two sisters against each other for some bullshit. Okay. And so, yeah, that's the end of that. And, you know, if y'all want me to do a part 2, I could go in more detail and like maybe show like some of the angles and stuff that this stuff happens.